DeVon Achane going to have 40-plus touch games according to his head coach. That's music to my ears. I'm sure it's music to yours. Puka Nacua injured. It's thought to be a minor groin injury, but an injury nonetheless that we have to monitor. And there's still a suspension threat hanging over the head of both Josh Jacobs and Puka Nacua. And Josh Jacobs is also hurt right now. Groin injuries are rampant across the NFL right now. We've got to talk about Achane, Puka Nacua, Josh Jacobs, and more. The Fantasy Football Show begins right now. Tap in, dial in, file in. Appreciate every single one of you.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios.
It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so thrilled to present to you. Let me change the graphic out here. We haven't done that since the last stream. We did this Nacua and Josh Jacobs stream. If you missed it, make sure you go watch that. There's a lot of information in that one. But we're going to kind of unpack some of it again right here, but in maybe a little bit more of a digested form. Let's start off with Achane real quickly, and let's talk about what his head coach just said about him recently, and a lot of buzz going around right now. This could increase his value. Remember when I told you the other night that his value would climb, that what I was afraid happened to AJB and others that we predicted would be on the rise? Neighbors would climb up. AJB would climb up. Both Neighbors and AJB were third-round players, mid-third-round players. Now they're going in the middle of round two. Sometimes one or the other goes higher than mid-two. I'm afraid that this ship is going to sail real soon. And this report here is about the worst report we could have got in terms of watching the value that we've been getting plummet. In terms of the opportunity plummet, the value skyrocket, the cost of entry go to the 12-13 overall turn. Dolphins head coach Jeff Hafley promised a heavy workload for DeVon Achane during an interview on the Rich Eisen show, saying that the star running back could have games in which he touches the ball 40 plus times. And one of the more important things that was talked about in this interview was that he won't allow him to tap out and get a breather. He's like, we don't do that. He's like, we don't do it. Marshall Faulk used to get completely upset when people would do that. He's like, I don't want that. If he's going to say I need a breather, he's going to tell him to go back in the game. That was fantastic to hear. And Achane is also in the same frame of mind where he's like, I don't want to be taken out. I trained for this. I don't need to rip off a 60-yard run and then go to the sideline. I need to be back in the huddle. I need to be on the field at all times. I'm not saying we want him to have 40 touches per game every game, but this kind of mentality, feeding everything through him, everybody doubting the Dolphins to an extreme degree. No one's saying they're making the playoffs or marching through the playoffs and getting wins. No one's saying they're winning their division, but this is a team that's going to surprise some people. And motherfucking Malik Willis is a baller. He's a baller, and everybody doubting Malik Willis is going to be, I think, kind of made a fool. And everybody that says Malik Willis doesn't check down is going to be made a fool because you have no data to back that up because your data is this small. You also have Malik Willis living in an offense that wasn't his, driving the vehicle, having the keys to the lineup, which was not his, wearing the shoes of another quarterback, not running his own offense, and you expect him to be what? Checking down when the offense doesn't even check down? This Green Bay Packers situation, they didn't do any of that. Not to the degree that this Dolphins team can and will do. And this is the best receiver on the team, DeVon Achane. And when his coach says something like he's going to have 40-plus touch games and I'm not going to let him say I need a breather, what do you think that means? That means everything's going through this kid. He's taking you to the promised land. He's going to have a monster season. No Mike McDaniel? Yeah, a little sad about that. But there's a chance this offense, the passing attack rather, is even a little bit different in a way that helps DeVon Achane because you have a mobile quarterback that is a very good thrower that's going to be able to stretch the defense in ways, even with the receivers, everybody says that they don't have. Douglas, this team, as soon as they get Bell back, they might bring in someone. But this is a team that's going to surprise some people. And he's going to be the leading receiver. He's going to be the leading rusher. And people have a problem with it. What about Christian McCaffrey in Carolina? Did you have a problem with the volume he got when everything went through Christian McCaffrey in Carolina? This is no different. This is the type of Christian McCaffrey player that can endure in a situation like this. And the quarterback at hand here is much better than you think. He is a 35, 40 scrambling yard quarterback per game, which is going to make him elusive and stretch the defense. There'll be a defensive player spying him all the time. The stack boxes won't be as stacked as you think because of the presence of Malik Willis. And this 40 touch per game sometimes monster is going to have those weekly winner baller days that are going to win people $20,000 on Underdog. Promo code Smitty will be drafting tonight on Underdog using promo code Smitty. I'll drop the link right now. If you guys want a chance at winning that $2 million first place prize on Underdog using promo code Smitty, hit the link right here. I'll pin this in the live chat, and they'll match your first deposit 50% all the way to $1,000, and we'll be jumping into an Underdog draft tonight. And we're probably drafting Achane. We're probably drafting a whole bunch of these guys we keep talking about over and over and over. But boy, do I feel like we hit another home run here. We've been pretty on fire this offseason, and this Achane ADP, which we've been relishing in for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and months, is probably no longer going to be there. This comment by Hafley is going to rise up. Schefter just reported it. Other people have been reporting it. The interview is kind of going rampant. It happened last night. We talked about it last night. But Achane's going to climb right here because the fickle Freddies are going to be impacted by the statement. 40-plus touches a game. I was concerned about Achane. Why is Achane even in the second round? Ask yourself that question. Achane deserves to be where JSN, Christian McCaffrey, St. Brown, and Jonathan Taylor are. The only reason Achane's living in this second round, mid-second round at that, is because people are afraid of his situation. Well, his situation just announced that he's going to have 40-plus touch games. What do you think that does for that fear? It's going to eliminate the fear. Now, all of a sudden, Achane is going to be not feared by people, and Achane's going to climb back up an ADP, which is kind of crappy for us, but we already have a lot of shares of them. Some of you haven't drafted in your managed redraft leagues. That sucks because the value is going to go up right before you draft. But that's why we draft so many drafts on Underdog to take advantage of the motherfreaking DeVon Achane value while it's there and doing it live. And on top of that, I think we need to pay tribute to DeVon Achane. So let's go ahead and do that right now.
Achane. Achane is the man. His haters call him small,
but he is 9 feet tall.
Bring him in, boys. Bring him in, boys. Set him down. We've got a worried William here. Tyler says, I don't see Miami offense being on the field enough. I think I just explained it to you, Tyler, but you don't want to take it in because you've already doubted him. You've already put your negative comments out there. You've already decided against it, so you have to kind of dig your heels in. I just explained it, Tyler. Malik Willis is going to be way better than you think. The offense will move the ball. The offense will be throwing from behind and passing it to this man. The offense will be matriculating the football down the field. They'll be on the field quite a bit because guess what? They'll probably get scored on. So they're going to be on the field quite a bit. I believe that anybody doubting Achane at this point with the new proclamation by his head coach to feed the hell out of him after all he's done, watching Christian McCaffrey do what he did in Carolina, watch other running backs over and over and over, a running back that kind of controls their own destiny, unlike a JJ wide receiver gets kind of handcuffed and gets put on an island and can never get the football. Running backs get handed the ball. Hey, Achane, go prove everybody wrong. No passing game, no problem. Take it to the house. Okay, Achane, we need to throw downfield. There's no wide receivers. Let me throw it to Achane. Let me keep dumping it off to Achane. But Smitty, I heard from another channel. I think this is good information. Watch, Smitty's good. I'm going to get Smitty right here. I'm going to get him. Smitty, I heard from the other channel that Malik Willis, you ready, guys? Ready? Malik Willis doesn't check down the football, Smitty. He doesn't check the football down. I got him, everybody. Smitty's stumped now. Smitty, I closed down the live stream. Oh, boy. All I can say to people that are going and finding content like that, good luck to you. Malik Willis is dynamic. He's going to facilitate, matriculate, march the ball down the field. It's going to be glorious. Hit that thumb up button. We only have 39 thumbs up in here. 220 to 300 popping in and out of the live chat. See, everything's going up and up and up as we start matriculating through the week. And by the end of this week, we should be full go. Everybody's popping in and out. I love seeing all the familiar faces. Some of you are like, I'm back, Smitty, I'm back. We're going to hear that all week as people start filing in and the whole redraft community starts to reappear. While the ballers, the year-round guys that are dynasty gems, you guys have been here the entire time. Just file on in. Appreciate everybody being here. Achane, Nacua, Jacobs. Let's talk about all these guys and more. We'll open the phone lines in a minute. Puka Nacua facing a possible suspension, says Adam Schefter. Adam Schefter's own words were, there's a chance that the Rams will not have Puka Nacua in week 1 against the 49ers. That's what Schefter said. That's not me speculating. I'm not saying Schefter's right. I don't know if Schefter has inside information. He says, I think. A lot of this was his guesstimation when someone asked him, are there any open cases in the NFL that the league is reviewing for suspensions? He said, yeah, Jacobs and Puka Nacua, he believes, are both situations that could get discipline handed down by the NFL. Puka for all of his off the field antics. And you might say, oh, he didn't do anything here. He didn't do anything here, Smitty. Free speech. He should be able to say what he wants. It's a whole combination of things that Puka Nacua has been doing all offseason, calling out the referees, which I understand. The referees, we all want to call them out, but he's the only one in the league doing it. And your next step's going to be good for him. I'm glad he did. Guess what? All of the actions and behaviors are frowned upon by the league. The live streaming in the locker room when everybody told him not to, and he doesn't listen to his teammates. All the little things that he says on and off the field. Constantly. He was an absolute wreck 3 months ago. He went to rehab/wellness, comes back, seems to have his head on straight, but his head was not on straight. So much so, they decided to pass on giving him his extension this offseason and moving it to later on. So let's not pretend Puka hasn't been so far off the rails that the team said, we're not extending you right now. That's why the NFL's looking into it. From all the things, and then now this situation with the bite mark and all that, it's coming to a head. We're going to find out more and more information. Remember that the league digs into this more than you ever could imagine. This is like the Vatican. They got their own policing city in the NFL. They know before the police. They have inside information. They know what they're getting into. And if Schefter's hearing that Puka Nacua might not be available for the Niner Week 1 contest, you got to think Schefter's hearing something. Hit that like button on the way in the door. Jacobs, first of all, Nacua is dealing with the groin injury. He was seen headed to the locker room with trainers during today, injured his groin. McVay said he didn't have any updates on it. And then later on, just before we went live, there was an update that the groin injury is considered to be minor. They're going to monitor it, and then we'll hear more about the suspension talk later in the week. Not a guarantee he's suspended. He's not suspended right now. There's a question mark in the graphic. There's a question mark in the title. There's a question mark everywhere. We don't know yet. It might not be handed down. It might be handed down. It might be 1 game. It might be 5 games. It might be whatever. We don't know. It might be nothing. Jacobs, who's also injured, jogging gingerly on the sidelines today, is at least a week away, according to some reports. But if he rushed back, he'd just get injured. So don't think it's a good thing if he comes back earlier. If anything, this guy's walking into a likely injury-plagued season because the mileage is just added up way too much. He's crossed the line. He fell off visually last year. Yes, he fell into some touchdowns, which was good, but he had half of his job relinquished and taken from him and given to Wilson because the man wasn't doing everything properly. This man didn't look the part last year, despite the touchdowns. He just didn't have the same kind of vibe that he's had over the years, and drop-off appears to be intimate. And if you don't think so, then you're just a big Jacobs drafter. That's fine. Draft him. I mean, I don't care. I'm just telling you, I'm just here to try and warn you, like we have the entire offseason, like we did with the Fugazi fake Malik Neighbors won't play till October news. Tried to warn you there. You don't want to listen? Fine. AJB going at 3.5. Tried to warn you. Take him in the third round as long as you can. He's climbing to mid-second. Tried to warn you. There's a lot going on with Puka Nacua. Trying to warn you that Achane's going to the moon. Been trying to warn you for days, and this stuff dropped today and yesterday. We've been trying to warn you for weeks. Achane's a steal. Now I'm telling you that if you trust in Jacobs, you're probably getting burned. And that the Green Bay offense is getting completely revamped because no one's smart enough to pick it up. It's being dumbed down, stripped down. And who the hell knows what's going to happen when this thing gets pieced back together. And you can bet on the Packers all you want, but the Packers are going to disappoint you. The Packers aren't going to have, I believe, a good season. And Jacobs is going to be one piece of that equation. And they probably, you say you want Lloyd. Look, Smitty, I really like this guy. This might be a Najee Harris kind of mess by the time this is all said and done, where there's no real starter in Green Bay. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Might he avoid a suspension? Might he somehow get healthy and play week 1 and not look like he's injured? Maybe. But is he worth the 4th round pick that he currently costs you with all of that looming around his head? No, it is not a good value at all. It's one of the worst in fantasy. I've been saying it for months. This is one of the worst picks in fantasy football. I told you a suspension could be looming. People call into my phone line and consistently say, you're going to be wrong. What if he's not suspended? What if he is suspended? Here we are. We've been predicting this stuff with like a 90% accuracy all offseason long. Are we going to be wrong? Absolutely. Do we adjust and adapt? Absolutely. But this has been staring you in the face for months. Keeper league, I have the 4th pick in a 12-man league. I get 2 keepers. My options are Trey in the 5th, George in the 6th round, and BTJ in the 11th. I assume this is George Kittle. I assume that this is Trey McBride, but might want to clarify that next time just in case you think we're not running into a similar, it could be George Pickens, could be George Kittle, could be, I guess it would be Pickens and Trey McBride, I guess. I would probably, I wouldn't go first name basis, my boy, is what I'm trying to tell you. Let's say it's George Pickens. I would take George Pickens probably in round 6 because I still think I could take one of these tight ends early or grab Fannin or grab Conco and Fannin. Love BTJ, but his value is not far off from that. I mean, it's far off, but it's you still can get a value with BTJ and other players like it. George Pickens would be the answer. 4th pick, two. I get 2 keepers, my options. So Trey McBride and George Pickens, if it is George Pickens, in fact. This one here, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you, says Smitty, checking in, supporting the show. People fade Achane, need to quit playing fantasy. Dude is a baller and will get fed. We tried to warn him. People maybe just don't like listening. I don't know. Stubborn ways and habits, maybe. Yo, Smitty, can I get an honest Coker versus Tet rant? Let me know what you're really thinking. I mean, look, we talked about this many times. I don't think you should be promoting, drafting, and speaking out loud that Coker could outscore Tet because you'll maybe get checked into an insane asylum. And you just got to be careful what you say because the Tet world will not allow that to happen. But I'm telling you quietly, the cost of entry on Jalen Coker deep into the draft, we're talking double-digit rounds. We're talking so far into your draft, he's a near waiver wire fodder. That cost of entry, I can say with a straight face that Coker in that territory is better than Ted McMillan in the top of round 4. Cost of entry. And there is a chance in a world where these numbers look very similar. And if you don't believe me, I don't really care. I wish you did believe me. I wish you understood how good Jalen Coker is. I wish you understood that Jalen Coker is the one with the 100-yard touchdown game in the playoffs. I wish you understood that Jalen Coker down the stretch in his final 6-7 games, whatever that ended up being, was a very good wide receiver, a high-end wide receiver 3, low-end wide receiver 2 in his final 6-7 played games. Jalen Coker balls. He's a baller. And I know you're going to say the next thing. The normal thing someone says is, if Coker's going to do well and Ted's going to do well, that just means Bryce Young's going to be so good, isn't he? Doesn't necessarily work that way. And Aaron Rodgers in New York was not that great. He was not a top 10 quarterback by any means. And yet Garrett Wilson and Devontae Adams in New York were still both top 12 wide receivers. So don't think that, and I'm not saying Coker and Ted McMillan are both top 12 wide receivers. I'm painting a picture that if both players do well, you don't have to have your quarterback be a top 10 quarterback. That's just a misnomer. Thank you very much, Sean, for dropping that super chat and question. Then Train, appreciate you, $10 hauler. Keep Puka for a second or Loveland in the 12th. I would probably say Loveland in the 12th because in the second round, you're still getting a Neighbors if it's not Neighbors, my point, Pickens or somebody in the second round. So by getting your second rounder back and getting Pickens or London or Rashee Rice with Loveland, it crushes just Puka Nacua, especially with all of this. I draft at 10. Keeper costs next year rise, and you have that. If the keeper cost rises, that's even more of a reason to do this. I like Puka. I like Puka. Puka in second round is crazy, but so is the second round wide receiver or running back with Loveland with the keeper value that he'll give you every year, just rising and taking years and years for that value to climb up. That's a fantastic situation. All right, guys, phone lines are open. Dial in. Super chats will be handled in order in which they're received.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
I'm telling you right now, man, this Achane stuff kind of almost pisses me off, because we've been saying for weeks, draft Achane. It's ridiculous value. Draft Achane, and then it happened to get a comment. 40 touches a game. This is more impacting of a comment than when I was saying Chris Godwin would win leagues during his breakout year back in it was 2018 or something like that. And it was one of my first years, if not my first year doing YouTube, when he was a 6th, 7th round pick, and I said Godwin's going to win leagues in the 6th and 7th round. And then his offensive coordinator came out and said Godwin's going to catch 100 balls. And he went to the 4th round, 3-4 turn, I believe. And it was just awful. It happened right at this time, right before drafts happened, and it ended up kind of killing some of the upside. But he still absolutely outperformed that value. Callers, please mute yourself and please turn down the background music. I'll be right with you. Caller, please mute yourself and turn down the background music. I'll hang up on anybody that's not muted or has the background music noise up. But that's similar to what's going on here. Achane, the 40-plus touches a game. Who's not muted? I just said mute. Why do I hear background noise? The whole phone line's gone. We're doing one call at a time. Why can't people listen? Puka round 2 value though? Question mark. What about it? You're getting Loveland in double-digit rounds. That's pretty intense. That's pretty amazing. Why is that not getting 3 question marks, Caleb? I love Achane. Let's be real. He's in a bottom 5 offense. Roger, tell everybody you know. Tell everybody you know about how you doubt DeVon Achane and how the bottom 5 offense concerns you and petrifies you to oblivion. Please share all that with as many people as you can. Let's drive this value down, because I'm telling you, this is pissing me off that we're not getting Achane in the mid-second round anymore. This thing's going to go away. All right, let's try one phone call at a time.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Should I probably take some Hubbard to hedge your Brooks? I don't mind that. Mute yourself, please, and turn the background music down, or whatever, or the background of the show, or whatever. I don't mind. I don't mind at all going after the combo, but the only problem is right now Chuba costs more than like cuffing to Brooks. Unfortunately, they're really close, so you're almost drafting like two mini starters. Brooks is in kind of the handcuff territory, but he's breaching into 7 or 8 round territory, which really isn't a handcuff anymore. 574, you're live.
Hey, Smitty. This is Raider Rick. I'm
What's
in
up,
a
Rick?
12-team PPR. I've got 1.4 is my draft position to start it off with, which is where Nacua has been going. In a heavy, we start 2 running backs and 3 wide receivers with a flex also, which could be a running back, wide receiver, or tight end. So my question is, do I overvalue and go after Genty, Jonathan Taylor in that 4 spot, or stick with St. Brown?
At 4? I mean, at 4, you're taking Gibbs, Bijan, Chase, or JSN probably for me without a hesitation. I don't care what the scoring or what the line. Like that JSN value is still glorious to me, especially in leagues where you would start. You said how many wide receivers mandatory?
3. We start 3, and I have a flex.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking JSN without hesitation. I like St. Brown, but JSN has the ability to be the number 1 overall wide receiver. I mean, he was just playing like that. We just saw him play like that. And then the negative Nellies will tell you that he's not doing it this year, but they don't know what they're talking about. JSN's defied everybody the entire way to where he's climbed to right now. If JSN stopped to listen to all the doubters that said he wouldn't do it, and people that didn't listen to Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, who played on the same team with him in college when JSN was a freshman and out playing both of them, and would often get asked, who's the best wide receiver of you trio? You guys are amazing. Or Olave, hey, Olave, who's better, you or Garrett Wilson? Hey, Garrett Wilson, who's better, you or Olave? And they both would always say, JSN's the best one of all of us. Like everywhere he's gone, people defy him. Even right now, he's getting overlooked, in drafts at that 4 or 5 pick. I don't get it. I just took him at 6. I'm smiling ear to ear in my buddy league.
Well, I have a feeling. I mean, I tend to agree with you because I have a feeling since they got a bullseye on themselves and they're going to be down a little bit, they're going to be throwing more.
Throwing.
All right, thanks, Smitty.
You know what else I love? Jalen Milroe.
What's that?
Jalen Milroe is the best backup quarterback in the National Football League. And he's sitting there behind a guy that we think will remain the starter, but if he was to go down, we're protected. Mac Jones is kind of the same thing. Purdy goes down, Mac Jones might even hyper target somebody way more than we can imagine. But JSN is going to be fine. They're going to target the hell out of him, and he's unguardable. Not to mention, you move him around the way that he's matured in the NFL, playing slot, then playing on the outside, then learning everything, and the way that they run their offense. Yes, Kubiak's gone, but we're going to see a lot of similarities. They move him all over the field, which makes it really hard to double team him. And now you got an explosive Jadarian Price in there that can catch the ball, and he's electric and explosive. You're going to have the defense having to focus on that. He's going to be fine. People kept saying JSN would be double teamed and shut down last year when we said he'd be a top 3 to 5 wide receiver. I put it on the board above my head. It was sitting there all season. He was a 3 to 5 wide receiver, despite everybody saying he's the only show in town. Defenses are just going to stop him. Well, they didn't. Why all of a sudden are they going to stop him now? Because Kubiak's gone? Maybe not. We'll find out. But yes, I would go JSN. It's a whole other level to me that you'll be skipping in order to go running back. So I would go JSN. And maybe Chase falls or something like that weird. You never know. All right, later, bro.
Right. Thanks, man. Bye.
All right, phone lines are open. Dial in. Frost says, have to set my keeper this Friday. 13-man league. I get Hendy in the third, worth keeping. You guys can dial in multiple. Just please mute yourself and stay muted. This phone caller, you are live from the 321. What's your name and where are you calling from?
GP from Florida.
What's up? What can I do for? Real quickly, let me just answer this real quick. 13-man league. I get Hendy in the third, worth keeping. Not sure if it will be the beginning or the end of the third. I mean, he's not I love him, but he's not like a fantastic value at his cost of entry. So you're probably just trying to draft him back. I don't know that feels. You're probably able to easily get him at that pick again that you get, especially if you get handed that early third-round pick. You're going to be probably mad at yourself that you wrote him in there and you see all the different players that are there. Damn it, I accidentally, I think, hung up on the other callers. Hold on, Michael. Michael, call back real quickly. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Phone caller that just called in, please call back. I apologize. That was on me. I hit the wrong button. I think 2 callers called in. It might have been Bruce. I forget who it was. Please dial back in and I'll merge you in real quick. Yo, Smitty, I draft second in my 10-man full PPR league. I'm obviously going to take Gibbs or Bijan. Round 2, do I take an elite tight end or running back? You take the best player available, Soupy, and it probably, if I had to guess, if Bowers were there, he'd be the best player, I can tell you right now. Do I think it's a Pickens, a Rice, a Pickens, a Neighbors, a Rice? Those are my favorite. Jeremiah Love, I like too. If you really need a RBs, it's a hungry situation where people are scooping up the RBs. It's a 10-man league. You can get wide receivers later. If it's a 2 wide receiver mandatory, not a 3, I do tend to grab an RB with that. So I would go probably Jeremiah Love with Gibbs and 1 receiver like Neighbors or Pickens. I don't even mind going Neighbors and McBride or Pickens and McBride. All of those are fantastic. They can all win. Not one is not better than the other per se. One will probably outscore the other, but they're all very, very damn even. And you probably win the championship with all those combinations, unless injury struck. I'm sorry, phone callers. Please dial back again. I accidentally hit the wrong button. Michael from San Diego, you're live.
Going on, Smitty. I'll be quick because of the volume. Reports are saying Derrick Henry's going to be getting used more in the pass game this year. I know you've been harping on that for forever, and so have I. So what are your thoughts on that? Does that move him up slightly for you or not?
Yeah, sure. This is something that you've heard on this channel over and over. And I even get weird comments when I say it, but I stand by it. If Derrick Henry if they passed to him, he'd be one of the best PPR backs we've seen in the last 10 years. Derrick Henry is a phenom.
I agree.
When it comes to catching the football. Derrick Henry will take a football. In fact, I bet you if you looked at the data, it would be something along the lines of Derrick Henry catching the ball every 9 times it's a 20-plus yard touchdown or run or 50-yard. Like, he's unbelievable. He'll catch a 50-yard touchdown, then they don't throw it to him again the rest of the game. And the only thing I would say is I don't know how the play calling in general will be in Baltimore. So that concerns me a little bit. But I do love this to hear this, and it makes me want to draft him more in best ball. But I don't still think I draft him in home leagues, in managed home leagues, in your buddy league, because there's other options available. How many home leagues do you do? 2 or 3? And with best ball, you can get as much saturation of Derrick Henry in a $5, $3 draft with much bigger prizes, but a lot less risk because it's a $2 or $1 or a $3 or a $5 entry. So my advice would be to saturate the hell out of Derrick Henry in one contest, like a puppy 3 or a puppy 4. And when it comes out, just spend a week. If you do drafts that much, anyway, just spend a week saying, you know what, this week is going to be Derrick Henry week. I'm literally in the 15 straight drafts that I do, slow drafts, fast drafts, whatever. I'm just going to smash Derrick Henry in round 2 over and over and over and get my shares so that if something goes the way that this could go, I have skin in the game. That would be my Derrick Henry advice. That's my advice for Christian McCaffrey too. If you must draft Christian McCaffrey, cuff him. But draft him in best ball. Draft him in a bunch of $5 and $2 and $1 and $3 drafts. But do it there. Don't do it in your 2 or 1 home league that you get an injury and the whole season is over. That would be my advice on that. But Derrick Henry, very excited about him catching the football. I just don't know how much I love this situation in the way that that they never called plays before. Like, what's this going to look like? But yeah, hopefully he stays healthy too. Hopefully there's no drop off. I know everybody says he'll never drop off, but we've had this debate before. It's certainly possible. Thank you for the joining the membership, JP. Thank you for joining the membership, Brian. Appreciate both of you. And then Luis dropping $100 super chat in the chat right now. Luis, to the moon. Hang tight, callers. I'm sorry. I know I hung up on a couple of you. I apologize.
Alert.
Luis.
Super chat alert.
Or no, it's 100.
Smitty, everybody's pretty.
Luis says, can you please give two people a bold take? If not, use extended. Yeah, we'll do bold take. We're not going to throw extenders to the next show, but I will definitely do a bold take here. Thank you, Luis. Anybody that wants a bold take, raise your hand in the chat, and I will give you one. You know, I'll give the caller I hung up on one of these. Thank you, Luis. Appreciate you very much. Michael from San Diego, wait right there. 3, 2, 1. I hung up on you, right? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
You're live. Okay, bold. Before you ask your question, bold prediction. What is the $50 bold prediction? People that drop $50 in a super chat with the bold prediction, they can get into this contest right here, where it's just like trying to
bold prediction.
Yeah, give me anything. Bold prediction. I'll put it up here, and then if you win, then you can be on the phone line for an entire show, kind of co-hosting the show, and then you also will get a free pair of Gunner glasses.
All right. Let's go with Tyler Shuck leads the Saints to the division title and wins a playoff game.
Woo! Shuck, division win and playoff win. And what's your name, bro?
My name is GP. I'm from Florida.
Okay, GP Florida. GP Florida. Okay. So I got you on the bold prediction board. Shuck, division win and playoff win, GP Florida. Got it. On the board. Okay, what can I do for you, my man?
All right. So the question what I really wanted to ask was, I've been trying to get Bowers for about a week off this owner in Dynasty, and we
Thank you,
kind
Shuck.
of just got to an agreement where he would be willing to give me Bowers and Drake London for JT and Pickens.
Bowers and London for JT and Pickens Dynasty.
Yeah, is that too much?
And is it tight end premium?
No.
Okay, so let me review this again. JT, and say it one more time.
So I would be getting Bowers and Drake London, and I would be giving up JT and Pickens.
Bowers and London go to you, and JT and Pickens. Okay, man. Yeah. I'll probably say, in a vacuum sense, I'd rather have. Man, in a dynasty, I mean, right now, I'd rather have in a dynasty like today, probably the JT and Pickens, but in a couple of years, I think JT drops off, but maybe you could trade out of it. It's not like you have to make the move now, but you have to be proactive with running backs dropping off. Bowers is going to be a baller for years. London's a stud and still very young. Chat, vote on this one. This is a tough call. I don't think there's a real good answer here, man. I think I'd waver on this tomorrow, the next day. So let's see what the chat thinks. But in general, that's a really, really, really tough call. I would probably
tough. I think Bowers. I just think Bowers is just gonna explode. Just break. Like we're gonna be drafting him like in the first round next year.
Yeah, he's gonna go in the top 8 next year.
I don't know.
Yeah, the thing is, JT and Bowers will still potentially go in the same territory next year if JT has a big year. Who are your running backs if you make this trade?
I have Hampton and Swift. So it's
I like the Hampton side, but the Swift, yeah, that's tough. I don't know if your team. Who's your tight end if you don't get Bowers?
My tight end right now is Goddard.
That's not bad. I think if you do this trade, you score less points this year. And it's unfortunately the case. Because London and Pickens, you could wash that, even take that out. And Goddard and JT are going to outscore Bowers and Swift, unfortunately. So that's kind of my take. I wish I could say differently. I really want to say Bowers. I really do.
I wish I had CMC instead of Taylor. Then the trade would have already been done. But Taylor, to me, has a lot more value, and it's like he could still be great for at least 2 years.
Yeah. All right. Well, chat is mixed. Read the chat, and then I guess go from there. My vote is JT Pickens, and you just ride that train for as long as you can because there's still a lot of time.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know. I still try and get Bowers somehow, but I don't know. That's a tough one, bro. Because you're running, like, it's hard to imagine.
I appreciate it, Hope.
Yeah, your running backs just change a lot. I don't know. Chat, keep voting on it and keep looking at the chat. If it overwhelmingly starts to shift in the Bowers-London direction, then I don't mind if you do it, okay? So just look at the chat.
Yeah.
Trust the chat on this one. All right, later, bro. Appreciate you.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Michael from San Diego. Bruce and Michael, hang tight. Michael, don't go anywhere. $100 hauler from Sean. Sean, you monster, you. Thank you, Sean. Sean says, hey, Smitty, can you rank these guys with me? Have the 10 pick in a 14-man league. Planning on going HM with the first. Then I believe at least one, if not all these guys will be available. I like the HM move. I kind of regret not taking HM in my buddy league. But I got Genty, though. Like, I couldn't. It would have to. I would have had to have taken. Let's see. I took JSN and then HN. Oh, you know what? HN probably didn't. I don't think he even made it to my Genty pick. I think he went really high because on Sleeper he's ranked really high. On Sleeper, HN's ranked in like the top 11. And I looked at that. And I'm like, oh man, we got to probably do a whole video on like how to take advantage and what are we going to get screwed on the Sleeper ADP versus the Underdog ADP. I'll do a comparison because it was brutal when I saw H. And this is before the news today. And I was looking at HN and I'm like, damn it, I'm trying to get him with the second pick, but I think he ended up going before. Let me rank these guys right here, but I love the HN pick. I do. I think it's fantastic. If I'm ranking these guys, it is Genty. Honestly, Walker and Love are really close, but if it's a Dynasty League, did he say if it was a Dynasty League? I forget if you said that in there. If it's Dynasty, I'm going Love by a mile. If it is if it's redraft, I think I lean Walker. So Genty, Walker, Love, or Genty, Walker, Hampton, Love in that order. If it's redraft, if it's Dynasty, it's probably Genty, Love, and then Hampton and Walker are kind of tied. I don't give the edge to Hampton because of all the concern that there is present right now. And Walker, you could say you're worried about him lasting and staying healthy, but there's risk with both of them. Hampton and Walker are kind of tied in a dynasty sense. But 100% going to be Genty, number one, no matter what the format. And then it's going to be Love if it's Dynasty, or it'll be Walker, Love, Hampton if it's redraft. Thank you, Sean, for that, you monster. Appreciate you very much. Luis says $50 super chat for Aldi. He wants Aldi to give a bold prediction. Aldi, drop your bold prediction. If you can drop it in the Rumble, it'll be easier for me to find it. Thank you, Luis, going to the moon on that one, my boy. Appreciate you. Almost done with this, guys. 1 second on the phone line. Let me just get through these real quick. Lots of Brooks talk in the chat. Yeah, Brooks to the moon. We've been talking about Brooks. You guys just see me draft Brooks for like over a month now. I almost every draft is Brooks in 8. I sometimes reach into late 7. It's just good value. It just feels fantastic. And the cat's going to be out of the bag soon. As soon as he goes in like round 5 or 6, I'll probably be out because I'll have so much of that round 7 and 8 and 9 Brooks ADP. Have to set my keeper this Friday, 13-man. I'm Hendy in the third. I think I read this one already. Thank you, Mr. Frost. Appreciate you. Again, third round is hard to say. I don't know that Hendy's going in the third round in that keeper format, so just let it ride and try and draft him back. You know, Smitty, I drafted in the second in my 10-man league. Obviously, I'm going to take Gibbs. I think I read this one as well. Should I go elite tight end or running back? I think I mapped that one out, Soupy. So appreciate you dropping that in there. And then Soupy dropped another one, I think, in response to that. So your favorite round 2 player, Neighbors, Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson's not a round 2 guy. K9, Rice, or Chase Brown. Garrett Wilson's like a 3-4, bro. Other formats might have him higher, but I wouldn't be ranking him anywhere near 2. Neighbors, K9, Rice, and Brown. I'd go Chase Brown, K9, Neighbors, then Rice, in that order. That would be my order. And I don't really mind getting any one of them, bro. If they all get snagged but one, I'm as happy as can be. I'm not even down about it. I'm excited. Those are fantastic. All right, Michael, stay right there. I'll be right with you. Bruce, real quickly, then back to Michael.
Hey, Smitty. Quick question. If Puka is suspended, which is a big if, how do you think this would affect DeVon Adams? How much higher do you think he would go?
Great question, but also a reminder that if he gets suspended, it's not going to likely be for more than like 1 or 2 games or something like that, is my guess. If it was longer, then obviously Adams would go to the mother freaking moon. But if Nacua gets suspended for 1 or 2 games, it certainly brings Adams' value up because he's going to have a big week 1. He's going to start getting into a groove, and that might transcend into the rest of the year. There's, reasons to get excited about what that could do to him. But I don't think it would change the overall arc of his season too much, other than the beginning. It will just be higher volume. But I would definitely say it makes him a more attractive best ball, like weekly winner player, because you have that extra advantage potentially. But I love Adams already. It doesn't really move the needle for me. I think you bring up a good point in just asking it because the rest of the world might start taking notice of Adams, who's another player we've been stealing away. This guy led the league in touchdown receptions last year with 14, and people draft him at 5.3. It's ridiculous. And this will get people talking about him, get them excited, and then people are asking questions like you are about him. Then they hear me talk about him, and it just constantly compounds the hype. And so I could see him climbing to like 4.11, 4.10, 4.9. But maybe he won't. Maybe he'll just stay right here. And if he does, then that's great for us. But yeah, it's a great question. But hard to say it would do much long term because Puka is not going to. But here's the thing. Puka's struggling with the groin injury right now. And, he's a mess. So if something happened and he missed a lot of time, let's say he stepped away from the game and said, I need to work on my... Like, you could say that sounds crazy, but I got example after example of weird things like that happening. We have Mike Vick going to prison. We've got a guy like Calvin Ridley stepping away from the game. We got Josh Gordon not finding his way back into the league off of some weird, nonsensical thinking by the NFL. So we have all kinds of things that can happen like that. Deshaun Watson gets sacked by his own organization. Like that was one of the weirdest ones. So don't tell me that there isn't a chance Puka Nacua, that situation couldn't go awry. This has been very weird and strange from the beginning. And we've called it from the start. For 2 years, I've been saying Puka is acting strange on the sideline or off the field, and that it's mounting. It's getting worse, progressively, noticeably worse. Your boy's got a gift of pattern recognition like no other, and I recognize patterns in Nacua that seem to be growing and mounting. This guy is an absolute train wreck. Now, he looks pretty composed right now. I will say that, but that doesn't mean this couldn't flip and change in the wrong direction. He did go to the wellness facility. We are excited. Honestly, I am rooting for him. I want him to make sure he keeps everything in his life in order. But it might not even be. It might be something that's already. It could be something. I don't want to say necessarily and start drawing conclusions, but we all know what we're thinking. Headshots. What's this doing to his mentality? Is he the same person? We've seen a personality change, and personality change can be driven by a substance, or it can be driven by taking headshots and changing your personality in that direction. The thing that makes me think it might not be the headshots would be the fact that he looks a little normal now, like he's curbed his behavior. So it's hard to say what it is, but there's a world, my point being, there's a world where DeVon Achane, like we've been saying, has a built-in secret weapon value that if something happens to Puka and he gets raptured from the lineup for whatever reason, this is baked in. This man is a secret weapon baked into 5.3 value. None of that has changed. We've been promoting that the entire offseason. So this Puka being a little more volatile right now is even more of a reason why this is a steal. And to your point, there's a chance there's hidden value here, like we've said all off season long. But people will start paying attention to that, and we won't be able to steal him away probably as much. I don't know if his age will concern people enough to keep his ADP a little bit at bay, just a little bit. All right, Bruce. Michael from San Diego. Bruce, mute yourself real quick. I'll be right back for you. And any other phone callers you can dial in. Go ahead, Michael. Thank you, Luis, again.
No, real quick. Real quick. Do you think we talked about this a few weeks ago? I told you I was thinking George Pickens is most likely out of Dallas next year. Do you think the Quinnen Williams contract affects that at all, or is it just new cap next year and it doesn't really matter?
Aldi, drop your bold prediction in the Rumble, please. I don't know. I don't agree with you that Pickens is out next year. I don't agree with that. I think that there's a chance.
We did a percentage. We were percentage-wise. We were talking about, I think I said like 70% he's out of there next year.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. But I would say if so, your question is what then? Does the contract affect that percentage for me, or do you think?
Yes. Does it affect it for you next year?
No. I mean, maybe a smidge. Maybe they spend more money. There's a little more of a chance that Jerry, call or mute yourself. I'll be right with you. There's a little more of a chance that Jerry could be like, I'm a little bit more stubborn about my number, and then they start, and they could get traded. I wouldn't say it's 70%. I'd say it's like right now, especially without him playing, bro. Like there's a real good chance he has such a good year that they just tag him again. It's a higher cost, but it's still reasonable and probably affordable to tag him again. And you can do that. You can tag him again. And Jerry's the kind of guy that would do that. And if they're definitely, I don't think, going to let him walk. Although we were very shocked that the Seahawks didn't tag to hold in place at least Kenneth Walker, and they let him walk instead of tagging and trading him or doing something like that. So that was kind of wild, and anything can happen. But I imagine he would be one of the most valuable tag and trade players that we can think of coming out of next year, assuming he plays well, and I think he will. I think he's going to ball the hell out. I think Pickett's is going to be on. Yeah. So they're going to tag him, and it's just a matter of, can they work out a deal this time around? I think they will. If they don't, he'll definitely be, I believe, either on the team or tag and traded. I don't think he'll walk. So does this contract change things? Maybe, but the thing about contracts, bro, is you can push a lot of it downstream, and there's a lot of upfront money, and sometimes the 3-year deals, there's not as much to push down. I get it. So a 3-year deal by Pickens might not be as easy to push down, but if they make it like a 4-year deal, which doesn't seem to be the trend right now, it seems to be 3-year deals for these guys, but that's one way to do it. But I don't think it'll be, he's so valuable. If this team ends up going far because of George Pickens, I think Jerry will want him there. But it's hard to say. Jerry could wake up on the wrong side of the bed and literally want to trade him. But
never know with that.
He likes to sign offense, though. That's a plus.
He what?
He likes to sign his offensive players, but he gets rid of his defensive players.
Yeah. The other thing you got to remember too, though, is that he loves Dallas. Pickens is about business too. Like, he will walk away for business, and he doesn't really have a choice because he's going to be tagged and held in place. The players call the tag the prison tag because it literally holds him in place. But he is about business too. But he loves Dallas. He loves it. He loves it. He loves CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb loves him. It's a weird relationship because normally there's a competitive
when he showed up, they were fucking brothers from the start.
They're like, normally there's a competitive nature that doesn't seem to be there. They lift each other up. And Dak, he loves the coaching staff. He loves everything but Jerry. And
everybody eats in that offense, man.
Yeah, so
no reason for them to,
yeah, I don't know. Let me go to this caller real quick. 207, you're live. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
What up, man? Brian. How you doing?
What's up, Brian? What can I do for you?
Nothing. I'm just fucking chilling. Sorry, I know you can't swear.
Well,
I'm just chilling, listening to you. I like it. I like the logic. I like the
right.
Where we're going, the direction of the year.
What can I do for you? What's the question?
What's my question? What is my question?
Oh, it is a phone line, not a waiting room. You what? You what?
Where's Xavier Worthy going to land this year?
I think he's going to be a spotty inconsistent, but good at times, better best ball player than non-best ball because you got to try and predict the spottiness, and that's hard to do. Wide receiver 3. So you'll get some spotty wide receiver 3 play occasionally, and the reason being is he's a very good player at and around the goal line. He's the kind of guy that could have 2 touchdowns in one game, 1 rushing, 1 receiving, 40 yards. So there'll be some value, but he's a better best ball player. If you try to put him into your lineup, I think we'll see how he progresses. He's got a lot of upside. If you put him in your managed league lineup, you probably get burned, sit him on the bench, and he goes off on your bench. That's probably the kind of player he's going to be. So
The
best
new
ball,
J-Mo, essentially.
No, J-Mo's a way better, way better.
Well,
J-Mo's a top.
I mean,
Yeah, but J-Mo's a top 12 to 15 wide receiver, so I wouldn't even go there. But in a sense, the way that can happen to you with J-Mo, okay, correct. But we're not talking about a similar player at all. J-Mo is a wide receiver 1-2. Like, J-Mo can play like a wide receiver 1. He just has enough of those games you're referencing that drag him down to a wide receiver 2. But, yeah, anything else you got, my boy?
Yeah, Tanks Bigsby looking good next year for Dynasty.
Love him.
What other call-outs can I call out for you for the boys? Not much. Eric Hall. Eric Hall's a deep sleeper.
Maybe.
And what else you got for us?
All right. Well, call back if you got another one, bro. I appreciate you.
All right, man.
All right, later. All right, Bruce, final thought, and then Michael. I think Michael just hung up. Bruce, final thought.
It was a good show, and
Well, we're not over yet.
I always say that, though.
Yeah.
It's my side.
Oh, hold on. Let me get Gump in here real quick. Gump, mute yourself real quickly, please. Okay, Bruce, go ahead and ask your question. You can stay on the phone real quickly. But BBQ gifting 20 memberships in the live chat. BBQ doing work.
You've just been Smitty.
I smell meatloaf. Landman in the building too over on the Rumble. And then Aldi dropped his bold prediction for the $50 holler board. Let me pull that bold prediction up real quickly. Aldi says bold prediction, Stribling outscores teammate Mike Evans and Rookie of the Year. Love that one. Love that call, Aldi. I love that. That's fantastic. That is a good one. That's one of my favorite bold predictions you guys have dropped. Let's put that on the bold prediction board. Okay, Bruce, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Like I was saying, it's been a good show. I know we're not leaving yet, but with this new news with Achane and the news yesterday with Hampton, are you swapping them in a sense of like, or is it like still a 50-50 balance?
No, I mean, didn't you see the other show? Let me merge this call real quickly. Caller, just stay right there. Hang tight. Mute yourself, please. I'll be right with you. Yeah, Bruce, we covered this for like 2 straight videos. Achane has cleared him. He's at the bottom of the tier. I didn't bump Hampton out of the tier that he's in, but he's no longer rotating around. He's at the bottom. Achane, Walker, and Genty and those boys are above him. Bowers is probably even above him. AJB probably above him. He's still in that tier. That's still an elite tier, but it's a big tier. And he's just kind of at the bottom. But, Achane over Hampton all day long.
Okay.
Yeah. And I love Hampton. I do. But there's a certain amount of risk that you have to accept, whether you want to accept it or not, that is present with his head coach saying that you will not know when one of these guys is going to have the bigger game. You have to take that for what it is and say, okay, I understand he's still going to ball. Okay, but you can't keep him in the same level of expectation with those comments, even if you cuff him. Now, in best ball, you're much more likely to escape any sort of negative effect of this by this situation that we believe that we might be looking at now, which is going to be a little more volatile than we thought, by having the trio. And you have to have Vidal too. Vidal, Keaton Mitchell, and Hampton. But in managed redraft, if you're trying to compare apples to apples, Achane towers over Hampton to me. I shouldn't say towers, but he's just safer. He's just much safer. I love Hampton. But if you're in a managed redraft league with your buddies, you can't put Keaton Mitchell in the middle of the game. Whereas best ball, it happens for you. So optimal scoring, you have to take the trio in best ball, and then Hampton and the two backups are probably equal to Achane. And then that you could rotate maybe. But in managed leagues, your buddy leagues, your grandma league, your work league, you better not take Hampton over Achane.
Okay. Okay, yeah, just want to make sure.
All right, hang tight, my boy. You can call back in or mute, whatever you want to do. 207, to stay quiet real quickly on mute, please, if you could. Gump, you're live. Did you call in to say, I'm sorry, Smitty, I was wrong about Pacheco. He's already hurt, like you said.
Well, I want to say two things. Without you hanging up, I want to do two things. It's going to be kind of wild.
Hold on, let me
and I don't want you. I don't want. Don't put your hand on the button. Come on, give me 2 seconds.
Okay, go ahead.
No, don't do. You know, there's a guy out there in football land. All right, he's a quarterback, and he's only 3 years older than Mahomes. You know who I'm talking about.
Speed it up, Gump. This isn't a bedtime story.
Johnny Football is only 3 years older than Patrick Mahomes. Right?
Okay.
He did win the Heisman. Win the Heisman.
Okay.
I'm rooting for John. I'm a fan of Johnny Football. I'm just a fan. All
okay.
Right? What he did, and that was the one thing I'd like to see him make a comeback. I like Johnny Football. And there's another thing I'd like to say is that I'm a musician. I play music. I play piano and guitar and stuff like that. I'd like to do a song. I'd like to do some music for your show. One song.
Well, you can play right now. Go ahead. A cappella. Go ahead.
I don't have. I want to do a something.
Okay. Your tryout. Whether I accept it or not, I'm asking you to try out right now. Denny sings on the phone line all the time. So
no, but I even have a rock name. You don't even know that I have.
You said it before, I think. Give me something right now on the phone line. Give me something a cappella.
I'm very meticulous when it comes to my music. I play the piano, play the guitar.
So pick a song and do it. A cappella.
I already got it. It revolves around Smitty the Tin Man.
Hum it. Go.
I'm not doing that. I already was working on it.
Does this sound like a musician to you guys? I don't know about you, but we're calling the musician out. He's scared to perform. Give us something, Gumps.
I don't listen. I like the wow factor. You know what the wow factor is?
Yeah, Gump. We're trying to be wowed right now, but you're sitting. You're not wowing nobody.
Okay, I got to ask you a question. Okay, what instrument can you play?
Guitar, piano, drums.
Okay, I like the drums. I think you're a drummer.
Gump, sing for us real quickly. Give us something, and otherwise, you're getting the hang up button. Do something, or you're getting the hang up button. Give us something. Give us something, or I'm hitting the hang up button.
Come on now. I want to do this for you, Smitty. I want to help you out with this.
You do that for me?
Yes, I don't listen. I hung out with Styx and ELO and stuff like that. I hung out with some famous people.
Yeah, you went out with Calvin Johnson.
Tell
everybody how you know Calvin Johnson.
I bought the beer for a journey.
Tell everybody how you know Calvin Johnson. Tell them what you did. Tell them what you did.
If Johnny Football is out there listening, I
want
to go
focus.
I want to take Johnny Football to Calvin Johnson and tell Calvin, let's bring him back.
Gump, focus. Tell everybody real quickly in 1 or 2 sentences. How do you know Calvin again? You saw him and you said, "Let me give you a pool drill," right? You said, "Let me give you."
We hung out for a minute. And I had him laugh, and we almost peed his pants.
And then you gave him. Tell him about the pool drill, Gump. Tell him real quickly. You're not like you say you're a performer, Gump, but I'm asking you questions. You're not performing anything. I'm trying to have you perform your past memory. I'm trying to have you perform music. You're not performing.
Well, I was in the swimming pool today. I was in the swimming pool, and I was thinking, well, Smitty likes his name, Smitty. And then I thought, no, I gave him the nickname Tin Man. I said,
Gump. I asked you to tell tell you the Calvin Johnson story in the pool, and you're not performing. And you want to perform music for this show. How am I supposed to trust you if you can't even perform anything I'm asking?
Well, I went to the rock concerts last week, Christian rock concerts, and I met the people and stuff like that, and they want to work on a song with me, the performers.
Finish him.
He can't focus on anything. I may have hung up on whoever is on the phone line. Whoever's on the phone line, call back. I apologize. I mean, it's a simple request. Perform the music. No. Perform the storytelling of the pool situation. No. I went to a rock concert, but it's just the focus is just not there for Gump. We got to work on that. We got to work on that, Gumpy. We got to work on that. Really, it's tough. 12-man PPR draft spot, trade my 7 for the 5th. Absolutely. Anything you can get closer to 1 is better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in that order. 1's the best, 6 is the 6th best. You can move up to 5. 100%, Danny. 100%. Don't listen to anybody that tells you different. You're getting that higher 3rd round pick. It makes your team a lot better. Smitty, what are your thoughts? Thoughts on Justin this year, top 10? Who? Who's he talking about? Are you talking about Judkins, maybe? Russian? I don't know who you're talking about. Thank you, Russian Collusion, for dropping the $10 hauler, but I don't know what player. I think you might be talking about Judkins, but I'm not sure. Can you clarify? Any news on DK Metcalf injury yet? DK Metcalf, let me search and see what there is on DK. A lot of people talking trash about Rashee Rice right now, too. Don't listen to any of that nonsense. He's ramping up. Leave him alone. DK Metcalf, what are you talking about? There's some sort of unknown injury like buzz, but I don't think there's anything to it. I don't think there's anything to worry about. There's players that are sitting out with tightness right now, and if a player goes missing for a minute and there's no real update, it's usually just tightness, soreness. I don't think there's anything to DK. If we get any word that DK is injured, then it's not just soreness and he's tired or whatever. Or I'll let you know. You'll have a live stream on it. So thank you for the question, though. But I'm not worried about it. Hope all is good, Chief. Stay blessed, my brother. Thank you, Shoddy. Shoddy, we haven't seen you in a while. BBQ with a $10 hauler. BBQ says BTJ will be traded to the Chiefs. He is the odd man out in Jacksonville. Bad fit, in my opinion. Chiefs need a deep threat. They failed to trade for Hall last year. This is a no-brainer trade. We do believe there are 2 rules or schools of thought here. One, BTJ bounces back tremendously in Jacksonville. And if he doesn't, then they probably trade him. And he does well wherever he goes. He'll be needed, hence why a team would trade for him. They need him. I don't know if it would be the Chiefs. I think that they love Cyrus Allen, man. And I love Cyrus Allen. So I don't know that I fully am on board this potential. But moving BTJ getting traded, BBQ, I 100% agree, is something that could happen and will happen if BTJ doesn't give the Jaguars what they want, because he has such a tremendous trade value that you can take advantage of. And if you aren't using him, you're wasting an opportunity to better the team that needs in other pieces, other places the team needs. It's like if you had an extra a patch for a hole on the boat and you were reserving that patch for the side of the boat that had no holes in it, but you could get rid of it for something that helped the boat, travel faster or something. Like this is what you're dealing with. Excess of something you have no need for. Or like a better example would be you have an extra sail, your sail's perfect. And you're like, I can exchange this for, whatever. to make the ship go faster. Thank you, BBQ. Appreciate you. Casey's not out of the question, but I think you're underestimating Cyrus Allen and how good he can be. Cyrus Allen might be one of the biggest steals in fantasy football 2026 dynasty. And I think for that reason, with Worthy, if something happened to Rice, BBQ, I think you're right. They would become an option. Thank you, BBQ, for the gifted memberships earlier as well, my guy. Luis, thank you for the 100. Sean, thank you for the 100. Luis, thank you for the 50. Thank you all for dropping those massive wads on screen. Appreciate you very much. Hit that thumb up button. We got 127 thumbs up. Phone lines are open. Dial in. BBQ to the moon. Russian collusion did say Judkins. Yes. Top 10, I would say no. I think he's got a lot of upside, but he's limited in that they don't throw to him. And Todd Monken isn't the type of caller that's going to be calling, dialing up a whole bunch of passing opportunities. He's the same one that neglected to throw to Derrick Henry like everybody else. Tennessee neglected to throw to him. Every regime that's had Derrick Henry's neglected to throw to him. Derrick Henry could have been, and they're going to throw to him more this year, hopefully. Derrick Henry could have been one of the best top 5 receiving backs in the National Football League in the last 10 years if they just utilized him. So forgive me for not banking on Judkins getting a whole bunch of pass catching work. But I do like him. I just think the offense could game script him out. If you remember last year when Judkins was supposed to be doing well, think back. If you had Judkins or you were targeting him in a trade, there was a time where we look on the sideline, we're like, they're just not giving him the ball. Like, why are they not giving him the ball? Now, it's different regime, I get it, but this is a guy that can get game scripted out pretty quickly. So, I don't know. I like him. Could he be borderline 10 to 15? It's possible, for sure. But am I banking on that? Probably not. There are a lot of other players that I think are a little bit better, but I wouldn't rule it out. I don't think it's crazy talk. If you're like, my bold prediction is Judkins will be number 9, I'm not really going to think that's crazy. It could happen. I could squint and make that make sense. Dial in.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Thank you everybody for dropping those super chats. Gump, if you want to call back and perform, sing, or tell the pool story with Calvin Johnson, you can dial back real quickly. But I don't really in particular want to talk about your rock concert today. Travis, you're live.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, all I've heard on it was Aaron Rodgers said something about DK and Pittman having injuries, and I don't think anyone else has said anything from what I can see. So, I don't know if maybe they just asked why aren't they here, and he said, oh, they're dealing with injuries. But, like you said, it's probably they both just day off, tweak something, whatever, because I would think you'd hear something more if there was something serious. So,
yeah. By the way, we'll be tonight the lead of the graveyard stream will be this beauty right here. This is what we're going to be talking about. Look at this catch by Egbuka. Look at that catch by Egbuka. We'll be talking about that on the live stream tonight. Let me just pause that on this. We got all these people posting when Luther Burden will run pretty fast. He'll look kind of good. And I even did this with the AJB route. I put it on my Instagram, but AJB looked strong, showed a lot of force, and I was more so pointing that out, not that the route was amazing or something. But people will Burden would be running when Burden was sad face, running routes, and people were posting left and right. And Burden would just make a little cut and then catch the ball. And there'd be defenders kind of around, and he'd go 15 yards down the field. And people are oh my God, Burden's going to the moon. This is what going to the moon looks like. Let me screenshot this. This is what going to the moon looks like. Look at that catch by Buka. Look at that. Let me show you one more time. If you're going to waste people's time posting little silly Mickey Mouse clips of training camp and start saying, oh, look at him catching a pass. At least put this up. At least put this up. This is Emeka Egbuka snagging a football doing the Michael Jordan. That's the MJ, not Caleb Williams. I mean, that's unbelievable. We'll be talking about Puka tonight as the lead. That just got me amped up. That just makes me think this is an inevitable top 5 to 7 wide receiver. Jeez, man. That is unbelievable catch. Travis, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just calling on the Pittsburgh receiver thing, what I heard. But yeah, I mean, Puka looks great. Like I was saying earlier, I think it's really good that Ted Hurst is looking good for Puka's sake, because it just opens up more if they have that like true X receiver. And you know, Hurst was even looked at as a guy that, you know, might take some time, and it looks like, you know, he obviously still has to develop, but he might be ready to at least contribute in the sense of running routes and being accountable for by defenses sooner than people thought. So that's good for Puka too.
Yeah, definitely. What are your thoughts on Achane's ADP? Do we believe that this situation, because of how powerful words can be, I mean, it's not like he said Achane's going to never come off the field or something. I mean, that's what he said also in this, but 40 touches a game. I mean, that's just, I don't see how his ADP doesn't climb off that when Godwin went from the 6th or 7th round to round 3, roughly, off of he'll catch 100 footballs. Like 40 touches, and no one's expecting him to get 40 touches a game, but for him to say, right, this is the kind of player he's going to be for me, I'm not ever going to ask him to take a breather, you know? So like maybe he won't get 40 touches, but he'll be on the field. He's never coming off, like, et cetera, et cetera. So do you think that people will overreact? I kind of do. And unfortunately,
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he goes to 12.
In terms of if you have Achane, are you cuffing Wright and Ollie, or are you just going to Ollie? Or
just Ollie.
Like
if that.
Because Wright didn't look that bad, but like it's a tough situation. So
if Achane went down, things would go awry, and I'd cuff Ollie, especially in best ball, because Ollie will score some touchdowns, and he might get thrown into your flex spot, not even affecting Achane being in or out of your lineup, but just like Ollie gets a touchdown or two. He'll have like a 2-touchdown game, goal line stuff. He might end up being a pretty usable flex. And if Achane did miss a game or two, Ollie could have 10, 12 points, you know, in each of those games. So it's a good cuff. But would I rather draft Jonathan Brooks or just have another running back? Would I rather draft Cyrus Allen or like something like that at the end of my bench because I need a receiver? It just kind of depends on the build. But it's not an obligation for me to go get Gordon when I have Achane. Whereas it is if I go get Hampton, I need Keith Mitchell or I'm crying myself to sleep at night.
Yeah. Oh, and just on Malik Willis, I'm not calling anyone out or anything. I've seen a couple people mention it, and it's been a narrative that Malik Willis doesn't throw to his running backs. It's not a thing. We have no idea what he does with his running backs. Like, even, I mean, if you look at his attempts, 61 attempts, 5 attempts, 54 attempts, 35 attempts. You can't read into anything.
No, anybody that says that
in terms of trends.
I'm not saying they're not a ball knower. Somebody that says that, because if anybody said that in the chat, I'm not trying to say that you're not a ball knower per se, but you're either not a ball knower or you're regurgitating what you heard. So better to be the second. At least you're a ball knower that is regurgitating versus a non-ball knower that regurgitates. But to suggest that Malik Willis does something at all, and you know it, if you're going to use data that is that small, that same data says that he's a top 5 quarterback. Malik Willis is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL by the small sample that people are using to define his not checking the football down. So you can't have it both ways. If you're going to, and I'm not saying he's top 5, but if you're going to use the small sample of data to say that this man doesn't check down, then you must accept that he is a top 5 quarterback, because that's what a majority of his stats say. So pick and choose what you want to do.
85% completion percentage last year. So.
He's number one. I got the if I could find the screenshot I did of his advanced metrics data on thefantasyfootballshow.com. Where is that? I have it here somewhere. Man, I have so many images. It's hard for me to even find the damn thing once I screenshot it. But let me find it. I'll go look for it real quickly. But go ahead. Actually, let me go to this caller real quick, Travis. Oh, it's Bruce. Bruce, what's up?
Hey, Smitty, I didn't know if you've seen it, but I just seen it earlier where Rashid Rice was like, jail was a learning experience for me. Do you think with him actually coming out and saying that kind of is, okay, yeah, we're not going to do anything to you. You learned your lesson.
No, I don't think it has any relation to what the league may or may not do, but I think it's good to hear him say that he's like,
Yeah.
But I think Adam Schefter kind of put a nail in the coffin of the idea that he's going to get suspended, because Schefter just said, here's what the league's still looking into. Jacobs and Puka, et cetera, et cetera. He didn't say Rashid Rice's name at all. And we're going to lead with Rice and Puka tonight. We'll go over that exact point tonight, just to hammer it home so it's on the forefront of a video explaining it. And then we're going to also do the Puka is going to freaking Andromeda Galaxy. Real quickly, this is Malik Willis's advanced data metrics that you could find on thefantasyfootballshow.com, which is the only place you need to get content. Just take a mere gander at the homepage and tell me that doesn't make you want to purchase. I know it's a little overwhelming. You're like, damn, that's a lot of organized chaos. But it is very, very organized chaos. Bold predictions. They're all in separate boxes. The stock market, trade calculator, start bench calculator, player pages, advanced stats, week one projections, all the rankings, the draft calculator, the draft simulator, the trade calculator, the start bench calculator, the advanced schedule, heat map. I mean, just you have no idea how much content is waiting for you. Just go check it out and just look at it, and you'll want to get it. thefantasyfootballshow.com. But on every player page, we have an advanced metrics data box. This is just a small portion of it. Malik Willis, yards per attempt, first in the league. Malik Willis, air yards per attempt, first in the league. 123 completion percentage, second in the NFL. Travis just told you 85%. This is a top 5 quarterback in the small sample of data that you have, not to mention his rushing yards per game put him on the most elite level of anybody in the league. So you want to run your mouth about how Malik Willis doesn't check down to running backs. You're just running your mouth. There's nothing coming out. It's like talking to a brick wall on this stuff. Gump, hang tight real quickly. Who are your top players with great value? Thank you, BBQ. That we should be scared of making an ADP, are scared of making an ADP changing play in the preseason. Okay, so he's talking about what player, like Achane, for example, climbing, right? The great values that could move, and I wouldn't even say, if you don't mind me redefining your question, off of coach, speak too. If there's somebody potentially, undervalued, mute yourself, caller. I'll be right with you, but please mute yourself so I don't have to hang up on you. Just mute. Coach speak, injury around them, like Chuba Hubbard going down, etc. Jonathan Brooks is one on that note that comes to mind, of a guy that could absolutely mother freaking skyrocket from mid 8th round to top of 5 if something happens. Who's not on mute? I just said go on mute. 207, was that you?
Gump.
Is that Gump or 207?
I'm on mute. 207. I'm sorry.
Okay. 207, please mute yourself. I don't know why people don't hear. I say it. Please mute. Please mute. Please, no one mutes. 207, I'll be right with you. What's your name?
Brian, Brooks could explode. I see it. I see it with you too.
Okay, Brian, mute yourself. I'll be right with you. Thank you. Gump, please stay muted. Where was I? Damn it. Brooks. Brooks can go from the 8th round off of either coach speak or an injury or a few other things, performance. So there's a lot that can vault Brooks into the top 5 rounds. Looking around here, injury to Warren or something will make Dowdle go skyrocketing. J.K. Dobbins, updates to him could obviously change Harvey and Coleman's values. I think Fannin, he's kind of like been banged up, and there's like his wrist was in like an air cast thing, and he was getting his leg worked on, and so there's a lot holding his value back. So he might be protected. Kraft having a huge big play, he could go skyrocketing up value. I mean, look, Drake May threw 4 touchdowns today. I get it, your scrimmage and things like that. Not intense stuff, but just nice to see numbers, right? The worst thing you'd see is like, oh, you went 2 for 5 with 2 INTs and no touchdowns. Like, at least he's balling the hell out. May's looking fantastic. He could climb in a millisecond. Warren could climb in a millisecond. Price, just any coach speak around him being the starter, he goes into round 3 or top of 4. Tootin climb big time.
Do you think Puka or Neighbors could climb into the 2nd round? Is there any chance of
that? Who?
Puka or Neighbors
climb into.
They could get up to the 2nd round.
Yeah.
Round 3.
Neighbors is in round 2, I think. I think this ADP is actually needing to be updated. I think he's at 2.12.
Okay.
Puka climbing into 2. I don't know. This catch. And he does more of these things. Maybe he could climb to the 2-3 turn, like 3.1. I would say Puka climbs to 3.1. That is certainly possible. I hate it. I hate it that it could happen. I hate it. Not that I wouldn't draft him per se, but just I hate that we're paying that kind of
right.
Breece Hall has been climbing, but it's hard. He's kind of like cemented in there. Loveland could climb, obviously. Burton had.
Did you say a Dunze?
I think that if Burden has a setback, there's an update to his situation, not maybe being ready for week 1, that could cause him to climb. Okay. I think those are some of the main ones that are coming to my mind right now. BBQ, Warren, Price, Parker Washington's been climbing. He can continue to climb. I think, Brooks is one. Brooks is like one that's deeper that I think is more along the lines of what you're wanting, BBQ. Monungai, if Swift got banged up, that he would soar, or preseason player.
Coleman Harvey, if Dobbins gets hurt again.
Yeah, or if there's an update. Yeah. Corum, if Kyron got like tightness in a hamstring or something, Corum would go.
Yep.
Cyrus Allen, he's going to, I'm telling you, he is a stud. He's going to continue to climb. Yeah. He's going to continue to climb. Cyrus Allen, dare I say, has a little, you can get mad at me all you want. Stribling and Travis, hats off to Travis. He was very, very high in Stribling way before I started to even get on the train. Stribling and Cyrus Allen they both have a little bit more Cyrus Allen than Stribling, but they both have a little bit, don't get mad at me, don't think I'm crazy, but a little bit of the Puka Nacua value. Not saying they get to his level where going 4 overall or something. What? Who is that? Is that Brian again?
I'm the other guy. Oh, you skipped over Michael Wilson. I'm kind of pissed you skipped.
You're gone.
Finish him.
People that can't follow instructions like that easy, like, hey, stay on mute, he's yelling and screaming in the background. And he's like, I'm the other guy. Like, I don't even know what you're talking about. What do you mean the other guy? We got Gump, Bruce, and Travis on the phone. There is no other guy. There's just you. And you're the only one making sounds. Bruce isn't sneezing and interrupting. I don't know what the hell you're doing, Brian. BBQ, thank you for the super chat. You're the man, the myth, the legend. BBQ to the mother freaking moon. BBQ's the only... BBQ could call in and interrupt. Name some year 2 players we will regret giving up on. I'll turn this one to Travis and then I'll pile it on. Year 2 players, and you know what's so cool about the Fantasy Football Show is if you go to rankings and you click on rookie rankings and you click on this custom button, you can sort by whatever you want when it comes to rookies on the rookies. So if you click sophomores, Boom. You uncheck rookies, click sophomores, uncheck that, go 2024 class, 2023 class, 2022, all the way to 2019. You can look at any rookie class you want, and you can compare that rookie class to any other rookie class on the rankings, customizable. So I click on it right now. Genty, Hampton, Buka, Trey Henderson, Tootin, Cam Scadaboo, Loveland, Tyler Warren, Luther Burden, Ted McMillan, Quinshawn Judkins, Harold Fannin, Manungai, Hunter. I don't think there's anybody other than like Hunter that I think people have given
Hunter,
up on.
Harvey for some people.
Yeah.
Some people are going to say JCM, but I'm not going to say that because, again, he doesn't look good in pass protection still.
Jaden Higgins.
Practice.
And
Yep.
BBQ, when BBQ you were here in Arizona, I remember you telling me you like Jaden Higgins. Jaden Higgins is definitely somebody people have written off, like he can't climb. I mean, Tank Dell's coming back now, so that's a decent one. But I think
Mark's a little, but again, he's so far down.
I would say the main one, like the only one that really screams, is that Travis Hunter. And Harvey. Yeah. Harvey's definitely getting off, So that's a good question, BBQ. But yeah, Jaden Higgins, BBQ is really high on Jaden Higgins. Am I right, BBQ? That was the guy you were talking about too, when we were eating at Lucille's barbecue. Puka for my Chase Brown, DJ Moore redraft. I don't know. Chat. Vote on this one. That one's a little tough because it's like you still can't overreact on it, and he's still got the potential to be the number one wide receiver in the league. But Chase Brown, DJ Moore is pretty good. I don't know. That's a tough one. Chat, can we vote on that one, please? It depends on what else you have and how that would affect your trade ideas to improve my team. Brian, if you want to give it a call, try one more time. You can dial in again, but please just stay muted until I come to you.
Well, he just got timed out. If you want to look at his message, so. We can decide on that.
I don't know what. Let me see. Oh, okay, here it is. I see it. Let me see it. I barely get it. What's he saying here?
The next
hey,
one.
Smitty. Okay, Brian. Brian, I was about to let you call in again, but now you're gone.
Foolish.
Yeah, what a way to ruin your favorite channel, your favorite show. It's like, especially what he said, like in that message. You think I'm gonna let you? Okay, and not to mention, Brian, you're not like even like you understand what you're watching, bro. Like this is an entertaining show, and you know it. And you're also on a phone line where I literally just said, mute yourself, please. And you keep screaming in the background. And it's okay. It would have been okay. I just said, if you want to try and call in again, like clearly I don't care. But you had to go overboard over in the chat right there and absolutely, say awful things. I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. That's your choice. Bruce, anything else, my boy?
You know what? I do have one. Do you think Tank Dell is going to be any good this year as like a late round steal or no?
I do think he could. Yes, I do think so. I think that you be careful. I think that he's somebody that 100% has disappointment capabilities, but I don't think he costs you a cost of entry that will ever really risk any of that. You're grabbing him at the very end of a draft, and so that's waiver wire fodder rotation, so not worried about that.
So would you rather have, all right, this is the last one, Tank Dell or Jalen Coker?
Oh, it's not even close. Jalen Coker. Tank Dell is like your last pick. Jalen Coker is like a 10th rounder, maybe. Let's see where. Yeah, those aren't even close. Let me see if I can find them real quickly. I mean, Coker and Debo are like in the same ballpark for me. Coker has a ADP of. Is he? Where is he at? Is he on this ADP board? I don't think he's here yet. I think he's in the 10th round. I'm pretty sure he's like down in the 10-11 territory. But Tank Dell's at the end of the draft. Like they're very far apart. All right, Bruce, appreciate you calling at midnight, bro. We'll be talking about Puka and who was the other one? Damn it.
Rashid Rice.
Yeah, Rashi. Yeah, not Rashid. Everyone calls him Rashid. Rashid Shaheed. All right. Thank you, Bruce. See you later, bro. Travis, final thought? Oh, Gump. Hold on. Gump's there. Okay. Gump.
Oh, yeah.
Travis, if you need to bail, you can. No problem. I'll see you at midnight, but you can stay.
No, I'm good.
Gumpy? Gumpy?
Yeah, I got a real good question for you. You're going to like this. I'm doing some fantasy football. I'm not talking about the Lions right now. And I'm thinking about my number one running back when I do my redraft.
Uh-huh.
Am I crazy to be looking at Genty, my number one dog?
At what pick?
My number one pick. Is that too much?
Over Gibbs?
Well, my chances of getting Gibbs is not good.
Oh.
I thought you
were saying one overall, and I'm just like, I can't believe you would do that to Gibbs. No, he's a top 3 dynasty running back, in my opinion. Top 3 or 4. So
no, I'm doing redraft.
I mean, he's a great late first round pick. Great. And I take him as high as 6 or 7, maybe. It depends on the situation. It depends on the requirement, the roster requirements, and all of that.
Where's his ADP at? Was it 7 for redraft?
It depends on the format, but anywhere between 8 and 12. 7.
So I should be crossing my fingers that I get Genty if I get a later pick.
I am fine with you taking Genty anywhere after the big 5 or big 4. Big 5 in redraft. I still think I probably, like, I don't know, Travis, in a vacuum, obviously Gibbs, Bijan, Chase, or Gibbs, Chase, Bijan. I don't know how you feel about JSN being 4. JSN's 4 for me, no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what ends up
me.
happening with Puka, JSN's 4. He's locked in. In redraft, is Puka, and I got this on the board here, is Puka your 5? And if not, who's your 5? I think it kind of feels like it could be JT or players like that. But are you putting Genty over Puka in a redraft?
Like we started talking about this earlier today. I don't think it's crazy. Like I think most people are going to say Puka. A lot of people are going to have Puka at 4. But like if you just don't want to deal with the potential mess between injuries and what could come down the line with Puka, I don't think it's crazy. Like we said earlier, like while St. Brown might not have the ceiling quite that Puka has, where Puka can be the number 1 guy. Like, I don't even think it's crazy to say you'd rather have St. Brown just because you know what you're getting. So I don't think Genty's crazy.
Yeah.
And I have Genty ahead of JT in a redraft, so can't really argue that either.
Yeah.
So if I get Genty at, say for instance, I get the 5 pick and I luck out and get Genty at 5. When it comes back around to me, what are my top dogs? Should I go for a receiver or another running back?
It's flow of draft. It's always flow of draft. There's no drafting. I'm not going to give you a.
I mean.
But also you say get lucky and get Genty. You're going to get Genty at 5. You're reaching for Genty at 5. I think that it's okay to do it, but you're not getting lucky. You're taking a big swing. It could very much pay off, but you are taking a big swing.
Okay, then after I take that big swing, when it comes back around to me, what's the big? Is it Malik? Is that a bigger swing? or is a?
I think that would be fine.
Can I get Jonathan Favor on the back?
I like Bowers. I like Neighbors. I like Pickens. I like London. It's really preference. AJB would be fantastic.
I love the dot.
Going out with a combo of wide receiver, running back, or running back, wide receiver with balance is your best play. Not that you can't win with Bowers if you crush the 3rd round pick and your grandma league Neighbors falls to your 3rd round pick. That would be something that would be.
I don't have a grandma league. This is not
okay.
Grandma league.
Sure.
These guys. No, I'm serious. These guys are high rollers. I'm not kidding. The league I'm in.
Sure,
I'm not kidding. I'm not joking. No, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
Sure.
But what I'm saying is, I need. Listen. They need to send me in. I need some help on draft. Listen. I need some help on draft day. Can we go live when my draft starts? And you guys help me?
I mean this is all.
Can you help me pick my team? Can you guys help me pick my team?
I mean this with all due respect, Gump, but your draft doesn't overtake my show. I'm sorry.
I know, but it would be fun that everybody.
No, it wouldn't. Hold on one second, Gump. Hold on. Purple John, mute yourself. I'll be right with you, please. Thank you, kind sir. Anyway, Gump, anything else? You can call in live while you're on the clock. I'll answer a question or two, but I'm not putting your draft in front of my show.
I'm going to be freaked out. You know I'm going to be freaked out. I freak out every freaking draft. I do it every time. It's like, what's that one? The NFL.
Call terminated.
I sometimes I can't. I just can't. Purple John, you're live, and then we're out of here.
Hey, Smitty, thanks for taking the call. I'm on the clock at a 307 in a rookie draft, and guys available, Adam Randall, Seth McGowan, Cyrus Allen, Claiborne.
Cyrus Allen.
Yep.
What about if Chris Brazel's still available?
Cyrus Allen.
All right, appreciate it a lot. Have a great night.
Bro.
Shout out Travis.
Later, bro. Shout out Travis. Cyrus Allen. I'm just gonna yell. That's the new Chase Brown. Chase Brown. Yeah. Anybody? I'll give 6 months free Patreon to the winner of the person that sends me the best video, not an audio, not a picture, the best video clip of them yelling "Cyrus Allen" in a grocery store or something like that at the airport. Cyrus Allen. This is screaming and yelling. Let me, caller, who's this and where are you calling from?
I'm trying to be a dick in the chat, Smitty.
Oh, this is Brian trying to apologize. Brian, look.
You know my ears, you have to be. You already flocked. This is Brian.
I can't hear you. Brian, you got the background noise going to the show. We can't hear
you. I got you.
Brian.
What's up, bro?
You got the background noise. You got to turn the background noise off. It reverbs.
I turned you off.
Okay. But first of all, you were very, very disrespectful to me and the entire chat right now, and you got blocked in the chat. I don't know if you noticed. You can't talk like that in the chat, bro.
I know you can't say it. Certainly, you take away your amendment rights. You take away your rights.
No.
But it is YouTube, ENG YouTube friend.
Okay, I can't. Look, Brian, cool off for the night. Try again tomorrow, okay? We'll see what we can do. But, you're already kind of like disagreeing. Remember rights. Like, no, what you said wasn't a right. What you said was disrespectful in the chat. And I'm trying to kind of give you another chance. So why don't we just pack it in tonight? Brian, try tomorrow. Don't try again tonight, and we'll go ahead and go from there. But you're obviously not in the right state of mind to be calling into the show, please. All right. Puka for my Chase Brown, DJ Moore. Did we ever vote on this, guys, real quickly? Sorry, son. Best video clip sent to me in Instagram video. Instagram will let you send up to a 59-second clip. Send the best video of you yelling Cyrus Allen at a drive-through, in Target, whatever. Cyrus Allen! Like, whatever. And that winner gets 6 free months of Patreon. I'll play the videos on the channel. We'll vote on it. Let's have a little contest. I'll put a contest up on my Instagram, challenge on my stories. Send me it 6 months free of Patreon. Travis, can you give me your final vote in chat? Can you please scream out your vote in the chat? Puka in redraft or Chase Brown and DJ Moore? Puka or Chase Brown, DJ Moore. He's got Gibbs, Achane, and Warren at running back. So Puka for my Chase Brown and DJ Moore. So he's going to have Gibbs and Achane and Tyler Warren. He gets Puka. I think you probably do it with that surplus of RBs. It's risky.
Yeah. If you have Gibbs and Achane, and he probably means Pittsburgh, Jalen Warren, right?
Yeah, Pittsburgh, yeah. He's listing off his running back.
Yeah. Gibbs and Achane, like, unless he has, like, equal receivers, I mean, that would have to be, like, he'd have to have, like, Chase and Pickens or something, but...
Alec, you still here? Alec, you still here, bro? We got 300 and something people in here. Can we get 323? Can we get the thumbs up in the chat? We only have 152, but we have 300 plus. We have Rumble. Appreciate all you. 420 man. Thank you for dropping that gifted membership over there. Rumble to the moon. We're at like 19 point. What are we at? 19.6K over on Rumble. There's Ellen. Trades ideas to improve my team. Jamar Chase, Bowers, AJB, Buka, Kittle, Lawrence, Tootin, Monty, Parker, Washington, Rashad White, Jonathan Brooks, Kyler, Bill, Krosky, Merritt. I guess I would say, bro, AJB, Buka, and Jamar is sick. AJB, Buka, and Jamar with Bowers is disgusting. Tootin and Monty, not as much. So Parker, Washington, Monty, keep Tootin. Parker, Washington, and Monty. I like Brooks though. You I almost kind of say like, don't go crazy and trade the receivers. Just leave them. I'm trying everything I can, even if it's trading Trevor Lawrence to go down to like, I don't know, like a Baker, or I don't know if you could move Monty and Parker Washington up to just a better running back. I'd take the gamble at quarterback. I'd rather start Malik Willis and Baker as a rotation over Trevor Lawrence. So I'm not saying I don't like Trevor Lawrence, but just the ability to get a better running back using Monty, Parker Washington, and the quarterback upgrade. I think it's your only shot by leaving everything else. Keep Tootin, keep Brooks, and if all else fails, just start Brooks and Tootin with those receivers and let it ride. But I think you could wiggle your way into a running back upgrade somehow. Rashad White might even have a good week 1 or 2. You could always wait to do this and trade Rashad White.
Yeah.
But good team.
I'm assuming it's redraft, because otherwise, if it's dynasty, start using picks with those players to get a running back.
Yeah. All right, boys. We'll see you all at midnight Eastern.
Yep. Thanks, Smitty. See you then.
Appreciate every single one of you. We're live Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, almost every single Monday through Friday. Live whenever big news breaks. Don't forget to get on over to thefantasyfootballshow.com. That is my year-round content, bold predictions, trade calculators, all that goodness. Aldi, thank you for your bold prediction. Luis, thank you for dropping the bold prediction capabilities for Aldi. And thank you, 420 man, for the gifted membership. Thank you, BBQ, for the gifted memberships. Thank you, again, thefantasyfootballshow.com. Get over there and check it out. Thank you to all the super chatters. BBQ, thank you for the super chats. Landman, thank you for your sheer presence over on the Rumble chat. Thank you, Hammer, for the super chat earlier. Thank you to the people dropping the $100. Luis, Sean Patrick, you out there? Alec, did you get my message, by the way, or my answer? Hopefully Alec got the answer. Thank you, Castro. Appreciate you. Alec, Andrews, BBQ, Russian Collusion, BBQ, Shoddy, New Age Outlaw, Russian Collusion, Danny, Luis with the $50 hauler, Sean with the $100 hauler, Soupy, appreciate you, Luis with the 50, Soupy, Mr. Frost, Kevin, Train, appreciate you, Sean, and Saints fan dropping the first super chat of the day. The first super chat gets a standing ovation, by the way, so thank you very much. I smell meatloaf. EBQ, appreciate you. See you all at midnight Eastern. We go live every single midnight, pretty much, on this channel. We go live whenever news breaks, pretty much every time when news breaks on this channel. And I go live at almost every single Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So minimum 3 shows. And Mark dropping a $50 wad on the screen. Mark, you straight savage.
Give me $50, holla.
Mark says the following. Mark, appreciate you. Or 20, I'm sorry, let's say 50. $20 super chat. My bad. You still deserve it. Combine all the things you've been doing lately. $50 super chat. 50. I saw 50. 50 great show. Oh, maybe combined. Yeah, thank you, Mark. Appreciate you for the $20 super chat there and everything else you've dropped, Mark, to the mother freaking moon. I'll see you all at midnight Eastern. Mark, drop a bold prediction on your way out. I'll put you on the board, Mark. Appreciate you, my boy. Yeah, he confused me because he said $20 is a $20 super chat. He said 50. Great show. Using psychological tactics on your boy. Some people try and trick me with that, and I always see it. But that one got me a little bit because there's a $20. Like when someone does like $1.99 and they say $50 super chat, it doesn't ever trick me because the color of the super chat is not, it has a bright orange color when it's a 20 or up. So it never tricks me. But this one was a $20 super chat, tricking me as a 50. That one can get me from time to time because that color change. Mark. But I think Mark combined has 50. So Mark, please drop a $50 bold prediction in the chat. I'll drop it on screen right now. Thank you all. I'll be back at midnight. Puka and freaking keep forgetting Puka and Travis, what was it? Puka and who? Damn it. My brain's fried. My brain is fried. It's not even August 12th. My brain is fried. Lord help us. Let's hope my voice lasts a while. How long till my voice is gone? My octaves. Let's check. Let's do an octave check. Because there'll be a point where my octaves will just cut out. Like right now I can go all the way up. I'm good. But October, I'll be like, I won't be able to even talk by October. Just get ready. It's going to be nuts. Rashi Rice, thank you. Rice and Puka. And then did we get a bold prediction from Mark? Mark, drop that bold prediction, my boy. Cyrus Allen. How about a Cyrus Allen video tonight, too, with the Rice? How about that? How about that? 420 men, appreciate you. FDX, appreciate you. Aldi, Simi Valley, my mods, Blackbeard, Sick Nasty, Travis, Vampy, DeBolt. Appreciate every single one of you. I'm waiting for that bold prediction from Mark. My boy Mark. Oh damn! Mark dropped a bolt. He dropped a separate fit. You didn't have to do that, Mark. I was trying to get you to just drop the bolt. I hope you didn't think I was saying spend $50 more and give me a bold prediction, Mark. I wasn't pandering for it. I was saying that you gave enough for a $50 bold prediction. Bauer's going crazy. That's his bold prediction. I wasn't asking for another one, but anyway. Mark, appreciate you doing that. Can you give me some sort of Bowers prediction, though, that I can put on the bold prediction board, please? If you can type as fast as you can, like 18 touchdowns. Give me something, Mark, so you can win this thing. Because I think Bowers is probably the best track to win this thing. Anything Bowers is going to be gold. So drop something massive, my boy. I'll put it on screen. No, that's cool. Mark, please drop an additional $50. You only dropped 20. It needs to be 50. Redo it. That's not what I was saying, my boy. You know what I love? If I go back to this bold prediction board, Mark, real quickly before we're out of here, please give me a number, anything, 18 touchdowns, anything, drop it on there, and you get 2 of them because this is a separate one. You get 2 of them. You can give me one tonight. You owe me a bold prediction tonight, but I need a number now for this one. The part of my favorite bold prediction on here. Oh wait, is there not a Cyrus Allen prediction on here? I thought it was Stribling. Where's the Cyrus? I don't think there's a Cyrus Allen prediction on here. That might be one of my favorites when someone drops it. Mark's bold prediction is this: 1,200 or 1,000 yards and 12 touchdowns for Bowers. Okay, let me fix this and put this on here for you. So Bowers, 12 TDs. I know I said I was leaving. 12 TDs and 1,000. Okay, Mark, you owe me a bold prediction tonight. You don't need to drop another 50 for it, but I mean, I want to put it on here. Appreciate you all. See you all tonight at midnight Eastern. Did I get Castro's super chat? Travis wants to know. Castro, are you here? 16-man, 0.5 PPR. Who to pick at the 4 and 25 running back heavy? I don't think I did. Castro, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry I missed this. Are you still here, my boy? I apologize. I don't know how I must have dismissed this one when I put it up on the screen or something. 16-team league, 0.5. Let me bring this to the other screen real quick. I owe you that. I know some of you are like, I thought we were leaving. This sometimes occasionally happens on this channel. 16-man, 0.5. Who to pick at 4 and 25? Okay, Castro's still here. Yeah, Rome doesn't like your bold prediction, by the way. Mark, and I got to be honest, I didn't want to be mean about it, but 1,000 yards and 12 touchdowns is almost disrespectful to Bowers. I don't think that's winning the bold prediction, but I didn't want to say anything because you're dropping a $50 super chat. I usually am very blunt about that stuff, but for some reason I felt bad because you just dropped another one, and I didn't really want to rip into you at the moment, but 1,000 yards and 12 touchdowns, I don't even think that. I think he's exceeding that on a normal non-bold year. So I think we need to pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers. Thank you. Good call, Rome. I didn't have the courage to tell him, but Travis, can you also weigh in on this one? You can do it in the chat, but Castro wants to know who to take in a 16-man at 4 and 25. I know this is a different board, but at least gives us an avenue to go down when we're looking at this. I probably would say, my boy, that when we're talking about 25 and 4, we're obviously looking at this 24-25 turn, that it's probably pretty vital to understand your scoring number one, right? And your lineup requirements. Travis, you're live. I think that he says running back heavy. So at number 4, man.
So just for some context, he said earlier, I guess he said, I'm worried going into the season with Josh Jacobs and Tootin as my RBs. He was thinking about maybe JT. Thinking about JT possibly, but I had mentioned Genty as a possible, 4 is, I just put the order that we put, Gibbs, Dijon, or Chase.
Yeah, if it's
JSN.
Redraft. Well, Castro, is it a 3 wide receiver mandatory or 2 wide receiver mandatory? If it's 2, I'm going to punt wide receiver, I think, because of how in a 16-man running backs are going to get ripped. If it's 3 wide receiver mandatory, I'm not that opposed to going JSN there and just taking the value, but...
Oh, it's half PPR, too.
Okay. I think I would go JT or Genty. I'm with Travis.
Yeah.
I think JT or Genty.
I think that's it.
JT's pretty safe if it's redraft. If it's dynasty, go Genty, obviously. If it's redraft, I think JT's pretty safe. I think he's worth gambling on right now, bro. He had such a good year last year, and boy, Danny Dimes looks good. He looks so good. I think he's a pretty easy call, but I don't mind Genty either. But JT, and then when you get back to this 25 pick, I'm gonna urge you to take the best player available. I don't care how much running backs are getting ripped off the board. You can find the Manung guys. You can find the Jonah Coleman's. Jonathan Brooks will be I promise you're going to be able to find somebody if you draft smartly later on, where you're putting in a Jonathan Brooks, a Jonah Coleman, Harvey. Just don't let wide receiver pass you by here at this 25, 26 territory, or 20. You'd be what, 20, 25 and like 30. What is that? It's too late for me to even calculate what that would be. 25 and 32 or 1 or whatever the hell your other pick is. You're gonna have so much value where you're getting like Buka, and you're getting a player like
he's got the right idea.
Like Rice,
JT, then someone like AJB or Love.
Sure. I'm fine.
Yeah,
very, very good with that. If a running back falls here that is worth the value, Love we take at that turn all the time. I'm fine with that. Take Love, RB, good to go. But don't force an RB here like Hall or, Kyron or something when you're sitting there staring at Pickens and London and, Bowers and things like that. So very, very good question. Thank you, Castro. Travis, thanks for calling back. See you at midnight.
Yep.
Later.
See ya. Bye.
Out of here. See you all at midnight. Thank you, Castro. Sorry about the delay on that. See you all later. Appreciate you. Garrett says, I'm disappointed at Smitty for changing the title in order to get views, putting Puka being hurt. It's just wrong. Puka is hurt. Garrett. Garrett. Puka is injured. He's hurt. He has a groin injury. Garrett, would you like to call in real quick and school me in the usage of injury or non-injury, or when it's okay to cite that someone's injured? I'm all ears, my boy. I'm just waiting for you. Go ahead and dial in real quick, Garrett. Tell me how I'm wrong.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Dial in, Garrett. I'm waiting for you. Not to mention, I haven't changed the title at all. the title is the exact same title that it's been. I don't think he knows what he's even saying. The title says DeVon Achane 40 touch games. Puka Nacua, Josh Jacobs panic. The video that Garrett's confused about, Garrett, you can dial in, Garrett. I'm waiting for you. Because you're wrong. And you're going to get dunked on right now. Not true at all. Garrett, feel free. The video has not changed. The video has not changed the title at all. It's been the same title. You're confused because I've gone live so much, and there's a video with a title that I already did that says Puka is hurt in the title. So you can be disappointed all you want, Garrett, but you're 100,000% wrong, unfortunately. But I'll wait for you. You're wrong, Smitty. I know you changed the title, even though I didn't. Boy's confused. Old boy's confused because your boy Smitty's gone live, 3 times today, and there's a Puka Nacua is injured titled video out there, and he's confused because he read it. Okay, here. I appreciate when someone's they man up and they say they're sorry. Garrett just said he's sorry. But you understand why I'm defending myself, Garrett? I get hit left and right. Some people say, why address all the hate, Smitty? Because A, it's fun. B, there is something to standing up for yourself. And Garrett, at least, is a man enough to come in here and say, you're right. You're right. You're right, Smitty. Sorry. Garrett's no longer disappointed in me. Garrett, I have Garrett's approval. Garrett, see you at midnight Eastern. Later, everybody. Appreciate you. Garrett stock is back on the rise, as Travis just said. Garrett stock is back on the rise. I appreciate that, honestly. By the way, Puka just went before Malik Neighbors in my buddy league. I know I said I was out of here, but I don't know if you guys, some of you probably care. You're like, I'm trying to leave, Smitty, but here's my team in the buddy league. This draft, you know how these buddy leagues are. People are all over the map, man. It's a 10-man buddy league. I'm in the 1.6 spot, the 2.5, the 3.6, and the 5 or the 4.5. Okay, so 1.6. I took JSN at 1.6. I took Genty at 2.5. Again, 10-man. So Genty fell a little bit, but this is kind of like, you know, closer, and a 12-man to be different. I was contemplating Neighbors here. I was sick to my stomach about it. And I was like, I'm going to go Jeremiah Love. Neighbors was the top suggested player. And I'm like, I got to go all the way down and back from the 1.6 to the 10 and then back. And I'm like, I'm screwed, you know, but like I had to go Love. It's 10-man, it's 2 mandatory wide receiver, 2 flex. And I was kind of sick about this. Like Love, Neighbors, Love. Just absolutely sick about it. Neighbors wasn't going to make it because he's the top ranked player going down and back. Garrett says, I'm sorry, guys, for real, completely wrong. It's okay, bro. No big deal. I'm defensive because I'm right. But I appreciate you anyway, Garrett. And Garrett, no harm, no foul. Garrett, the mere fact that you're saying sorry so many times gets more respect than anything. So you're good to go, bro. Guys, guess who I got at this pick? The top ranked player was Malik Neighbors, and I went Jeremiah Love. I took the gamble. This went 5 picks that way, or let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 4 picks this way, and then 4 picks back this way. Malik Neighbors is still there. That's my team in my 10-man buddy league right now. JSN, Genty, Love, Neighbors. Love it. I'm in love with that team. The crazy part, though, is that Puka just went right here in this pick right before Neighbors. And I was afraid he was going to take Neighbors. I was contemplating taking Puka here if he was available. I never thought I was going to get Neighbors at the 4.5 in a 10-man. Never in my wildest dreams. Willis on waivers. Should I pick him up and put Jamar to put with Jamar Chase, Bowers, Puka, and AJB? Also, what back should I offer Parker Washington, Monty for? Absolutely, go get Malik Willis. He's an amazing quarterback to have. Parker Washington and Monty for Tootin. And that might seem like a lot, but bro, he's worth it. Tootin. You could go Judkins if you believed in him. Tootin. Scatterboo's even intriguing, but I kind of like Price, bro. But I'd really like for you to go high. Tootin, Hendy, Breece Hall, maybe Javonte. ETN would be good. Bucky's a gamble. Breece Hall would be good. Chase Brown's too hard to get. ETN, I'd say that the targets for me would be Tootin, ETN, and Hendy. Now, Parker Washington and Monty for one of those, you might be able to do a 2 for 2 in some of those cases. Like Hendy and Tootin you could probably do a 2 for 2. You go for Breece Hall or ETN, you probably have to do a 2 for 1, and I'm fine with either one of those. I'm fine with all those, bro. Neon says, let's get to 200 likes before the video's over. I like that idea. And then this final super chat, I'm drafting 12th. Your strategy, running back, wide receiver, running back. Balance, I more so like running back, wide receiver than anything. I like Bowers too, but I would go probably Genty, AJB, or Chase, or Achane, Genty, or Achane, AJB. I'm not even opposed to Neighbors. It's at 13 right now. I'm really not. I can't believe I got him at 4.5. But I would probably say AJB and Genty would be my favorite choice for you, and you probably will pull it off. If not Achane and AJB, I'm not afraid to draft Achane at the 12th. Or you could say the third. They're both kind of like 2.1, which kind of sucks that at the 12th pick you got to take two top of round 2 players because AJB and Achane are both in round 2. But I like it. All right, we're out of here. See you all at midnight Eastern. Appreciate every single one of you. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate you. No harm, no foul, Garrett. We'll see you at midnight Eastern. Hopefully you gain a little respect for what I have to deal with 24/7, 365 on people just wanting to hate everything I do. Like thinking the worst of me. Like I'm changing titles to get clicks or something. I'm not. I'm just doing so many videos. Genty, Achane at the 1.11 and 2.2. I love that, man. Maybe you go do what Husseini's doing. Achane and Genty's fantastic. I like that too. That would be my next choice, and I'm fine with that. If you think you're going to get the receivers, like if you think Neighbors will fall in your league like he fell in mine, it's a great thing. It's great. See you all at midnight.